On the inside or behind our window crank handle, there is a little metal clip. We're going to use a tool here, and we slide it between the window crank. I'm going to try and pop that little clip off. There's our clip. On the inside, right behind the door pull here, there's a screw. Normally you would have a plastic cap here. Ours is missing it. Use a Phillips head screwdriver and remove this screw. Use a small pick. Go ahead and remove this button. Using your pick or a small pry tool, you want to go ahead and remove this little trim piece right here. You want to go ahead and remove these two bolts right here. Using a 7mm deep socket, I want to go ahead and remove these two. Once these are loose, we'll go ahead and remove them. Using a pick, you can go behind our trim bezel right here. Go ahead and pry this out. That'll allow us to get access to the back side. Now, removing your door panel, you go ahead and pop this off as well, just using a pick. This would normally be where your power switches go, but ours is a full manual. Using our door trim tool, I'm gonna go ahead and get this behind here. I'm gonna separate our little clips. Once you remove a couple, you can get your hand in there and just gently tug, releasing these plastic clips. When we use our trim tool, we're going to go behind our sail panel here. I'm going to pop out our buttons back here. Our door panel, I'll work this up and off. Now we removed our door panel. The upper sail panel had this little button. It did pop off. Just push that up and pop it into place. Then we're going to go ahead and use a razor blade. We're going to come back here and going to cut that little adhesive strip here. And we're just separating this trim piece here so we can go ahead and pull our handle through. Now this foam gasket seal, we're just going to gently work this off. Going to use our razor blade just to trim on the back side. Now we're going to go ahead and we want to drill out these two rivets that are holding our door handle in place. I'm just going to use a punch here just to check and see how stable these are. Trying to punch these rivets back in a little bit. I was able to recess those a little bit, and it's going to make it easier for us to go ahead and put a drill on there. Go ahead and drill out the rivet. We switch out to a larger bit here. We just want to shave off the top of the rivet head here. Go ahead and grab our handle, pull that out and away. Now the rod itself goes into a plastic retainer clip. You can use your finger. I'm going to use a pick. And just get behind there and pull that out and away. That'll release the rod, and there's your handle. Now we have the remainder of our rivets still in here. We're going to go ahead and use a punch. You definitely want to be careful. Don't forget your glass is right behind here, so you don't want to punch it through and shatter your window. We're going to go ahead and try and drill this out a little bit better. And we're going to take our new handle on our rod, put the rod into the clip, and snap that on place. I want to go ahead and install these tabs in the notches in the door. You're going to have to work that handle to get those tabs in. Set that in. Go ahead and take your rivet. Get this lined up. Just going to repeat for the bottom here. Let's go ahead and slide our foam gasket over. Get that back in place. I want to go ahead and reinstall our trim bezel around our handle. I'm just going to press this out. Work our handle through. On the back side of our lock, there's going to be a hole on the back. When you push this handle on with our door panel, it's going to go into our rod here, so when you move this back and forth, it'll lock and unlock. All right, taking your door panel, pull your trim through. I want to go ahead and hang our door on the upper sill. Once that's down in place, you go ahead and get your button lined up. Start pressing our buttons down around the door trim. Now with it locked in, go ahead and take your trim and line this up. This is the point where you want to make sure that the actuator rod on the back side lines up with the slide lock. Okay, go ahead and line this up. Get our trim pressed in. Test your lock. Ours feels good. Go ahead and line up our little bezel right here. Pop that into place. And go ahead and install our 2 screws here. Just get them started by hand and zip them down as far as you can. Once those are in, go ahead and snug them down. Go ahead and take your trim piece. Go ahead and line this up and push this down into place. Go ahead and take your little lock button, line this up, push that into place. Go ahead and install our back screw right here. Take your plastic guide right here, pop it on the back, line this up. And just press it on.